Okay, so we've talked to the Jarl. We're about to go kill the dragon, but I figured I would look at some spells before we go down, and also check out a certain book I want to pick up while we're here. I don't know exactly what I want to get. I'm just kind of, browsing. I'm gonna be kinda stingy with my money, so I figure maybe this Fire Atronach would be a nice upgrade from my familiar. Let's see if there's something I can offset that with. We'll offset that with this. I don't want to part with any of those, and I don't want to part with that. So that'll be our little discount. We're about to be told we should check out the College of Winterhold, which is not a bad idea. We're definitely going to do it. Okay, there we go. We're definitely going to do that. Just not right now. See. There you go. We want this right here. The Ethereum Wars by Terran Dreth. And we will do that. Not at the moment. It'll be a little while before we do that, but we will definitely delve into that. Because I quite like the crown. It's quite useful. It'll be most useful for power leveling, which is a bit difficult to do in this format, because I'm not going to make a video of me power leveling. If I decided to do that, I would be like, this is me starting doing it, and boom, I'm done. Here's how much progress I made on whatever skill tree I'm working on. I've put on my mage robes, took off the fur armor, just for the magicka regen. I'll skip down to whenever we're about to fight the dragon. So, I was heading over to the Watchtower, and on the way, I saw an elk fly into the air and fall to its death, but I was also thinking about what I want to do with my armor, because obviously we're half mage, half warrior, kind of the premise of being a battle mage, but we have to decide, do we want to wear clothes more or armor? And if we wear armor, should we wear heavy or light? And I figured we would probably wear light armor and maybe throw in some clothing pieces just for the look, because obviously the fashion is the most important part. I feel like most of you probably haven't seen my other videos, the earlier ones that I've done, but I've played a lot of Dark Souls, so the fashion is real. Fashion is everything. Oh yeah, I crafted a steel sword. I got the steel smithing perk and crafted a steel sword, because I'm going to be making most of my own gear rather than buying it in order to save money. This fight's pretty boring. I'll probably skip towards the end of it, because you don't want to sit here and watch this. Okay, so we've got this dragon on its last legs. It's fixing to go down. There we go. Let's grab Get that. Torch might be useful. I'm gonna take that. Okay. Mirmalnir? Is that how you say that name? I don't know. Take those, grab these. These take up so much of my inventory. It's not even funny. I've actually already got all these in my inventory, if, as you'll see. Oh, and the shield. I have the shield too. Because I like putting that on my armor stands. And it's just a completionist thing. I like to have a copy of every item. What was I doing? Yes, shouts. Here we go. And we're gonna just skip the conversation with them, because I don't care about it. And usually at this point I'd fast travel back to the city, but I can't do that because fast traveling is disabled. So I will see you back at the city. Actually, we might go visit Secunda's Kiss first. We'll see. But I'll see you whenever I get to either of those places. So I decided on Secunda's Kiss. Yep. I'm gonna go hang out with the giants. I think this is Secunda's Kiss. Good. I was right. There's a giant over there. I think the chest is up that way. But I'm just gonna have a look around, make sure there's not something I forgot about. Howdy do, giant. Just be keeping my distance. So interesting thing, I don't remember what giant camp it is, but there's a giant camp out in the Pale, I think. It was either the Pale or where Winterhold is. I think it's the Pale though. There's a giant's camp where you can pick up the club, like it'd be laying on the ground like this, except it'll have an option to take it, and the player character can't use it or even pick it up, but you can get a companion to pick it up and you can give it to them. You fool. You absolute fool, Feindal. You have angered a giant. Run, Feint. Well, that was the inspiration for Kerbal Space Program, by the way, if you didn't know. That right there, that's the inspiration. Let's see how long it takes him to land, and let's see if he survives. I think he will. I think he's marked essential unless hit by the player, but you never know. Ah, here he is. He finally he landed way off that way, apparently. Didn't think he was going to go that far, but he caught up with us, so it's all good. Now we'll head over back to the city. Okay, so I've been collecting some cabbage and potatoes, and we're gonna sell them and see how much we can make.
Honest bay for honest work.
That was a lot less than I was expecting.
Honest bay for honest work. Produce from Carlotta's stall. Most of it comes from
Okay.
the farm.
Okay. So, that is a complete and utter waste of time. Good to know. I was expecting like 20, 50 gold per item. Nope. That got dropped severely. I'm not sure if that's a rebalancing from survival mode or if it's always been like that. I've actually never bothered to sell crops to a farmer before. But yeah, that sucks. We'll check out chopping firewood as an option for making money, because adventuring is great and it will net us more money than doing these little jobs, because, you know, we get loot, we sell the loot, and then we also pick up gold from the bandits we kill. So that'd be the best way to do it. But the safest way is to stay within the city. So we'll see what we do. Okay, so we talked to the Jarl. We got the Axe of Whiterun, and it seems to have made us over encumbered. So we are losing stamina. Yep, and there goes the last little bit. So we are going to take Lydia over our dear Faendal, because who cares about Faendal? Faendal, I know you have clothes. Why are you not wearing them? There we go. I'm gonna take the backpack too. Give it to Lydia. She uses a bow every once in a while, so it'll be okay for her too. This is gonna take a while. Oh yeah. I need to dismiss you. Okay. So I guess I'll skip to when we actually make it to Lydia. Let's go. We've got the Axe of Whiterun. Now this is going to upset some people, but it actually doesn't bother me, because it's the Axe of Whiterun. Like, it's a Thane weapon. There's nothing actually special about it. I can make a more impressive version of this later if I actually want to have something called the Axe of Whiterun. So we are going to disenchant this. And that barely did anything to my enchanting level down there, which is exceedingly disappointing. But oh well. Okay, so we're in Riverwood now. It's been a little while since I've actually played. It's been about a full day since I've played. And that's from the last clip you saw. It's been a full day since that clip was recorded. I came back to Riverwood because I need a... Shut up. I need an axe. But not just any axe. I need... There's one laying around here on the table, I think. Yeah, I need this axe. The woodcutter's axe. Because I can't use just any axe to chop firewood. And this is the closest free one I know. I looked around briefly in Windhelm, but I didn't see one for sale. In there, I just said Windhelm. I meant Whiterun. I looked around in Whiterun. On the way to Riverwood from Whiterun, I leveled up killing wolves. Oh yeah, his name's Lucan. Finally, I figured that out, because I couldn't remember in the last episode. Let's see if he's got anything of interest.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasure.
There you go, books. No, nothing of interest. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to cut some firewood, and then we are going to make a camp set. We're gonna make the camping tools, or whatever it's called. Okay, so we've got our building materials, and now we can make these camping supplies. I think I'll only need this. Who knows what I'll need once I place that down. But this actually can serve as our house, so we don't really excuse me. We don't really need to make a house for the time being, which is very convenient. And I'm looking, and I don't know where I want to make this, because I want to put it somewhere kind of central, but also fairly warm. I'm thinking either the plains of Whiterun, because we'll be around Whiterun a decent bit for the time being, or maybe we'll go into the woods around here. I would say down here in Falkreath, because I like the scenery in Falkreath, but it's a bit cold in Falkreath, so we might not do that. Also, I'm just now remembering, well, I remembered it whenever I was going through Biddleshin, but we came out of Bleak Falls Barrow right here. We came out somewhere around here, and then walked down the mountain and went into Biddleshin. But on this island right here, I believe it is one of the standing stones. And in order to get to that, we're gonna have to go through the water. And since the water's cold, it's risky to do that unless we set up a camp like right here on the coast, so we can go out and come back and warm up. Or we'll just not worry about that for the time being until I get a there's a flame cloak. That's the spell. I need flame cloak. But we'll find a place to set up this camp, and then I'll check in with you when we're about to get everything set up. Okay, so I actually managed to kill all these guys. I saved, and then I tried, and I was expecting it to not work. I was expecting to die, so I didn't talk during the whole fight. I didn't even say I was gonna do it. I did not expect to succeed. I expected to, try, die, and then just move on, go find a place to set up camp. But I actually succeeded. So we will take our just dues. We had to kill this guy because he's a witness to the crime of us murdering these people, and so I had to kill him. Didn't have a choice. Also, he's a Stormcloak, so it's whatever. We're on the side of the Imperials, so it's all good. We are definitely going to be taking all of these suits of armor. I'm gonna throw on a set, as a matter of fact. So that's some nice protection for us. Nice little glitch with this armor set is there's a hole in it. I don't know if you can. There you go. Now you can see it. There's a hole in it, which I think is just a texture issue, but it's there on male and female characters. It's funnier when it's on the female character, because you can assume what that hole is. The Thalmor, they can't stop while on their long journeys. No, they pee as they march. Oh, but yeah, So that's a cool thing I noticed about this armor. I haven't seen anyone make a video on that, so there you go. That's something you never knew about Skyrim that now you know. Okay, I'll see you whenever we set up camp. Okay, I've decided on where we're gonna set up camp. We're gonna set it up in this area here. This is a good spot. We got Halted Stream Camp just over the hill there. We've got I don't remember the name of that ruin. It might be, I can't remember the name of it, but it's got the Lunar Forge in there, I think. And then we've got I don't remember what that giant's camp is called, unfortunately. It's in my head. I can't remember at the moment. But we're gonna start setting up camp. Let's see. I've never done this before, so we're gonna. Yes. Hopefully I was standing in a good spot because I thought I was gonna get to place this stuff. Okay. Okay, so I thought I'd get to place this stuff a bit more manually, but that's okay. So that's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. There's a map on my bed. Use shelter. Sleep, break camp, cancel. Okay. Use campfire. Well, this is disappointing. I thought I was going to be able to. Getting phone calls from Tennessee. Okay. I thought I was going to be able to place this stuff a bit more manually and have a chest. I thought I'd be able to have a chest, but I suppose not. Our campsite does come up on the map though, which is pretty cool. So because I can't do anything else with this camp, it's kind of useless, really. I mean, it's cool that we can do it. It gives me a way to warm up, which is good. But and cook food when I'm out and about. But other than that, it's not all that useful. We'll sleep for an hour so I can level up. Go health. What can we get here? What level is that? That's an apprentice spell. Cancel. Okay. So you can use your perks, you just can't level up. There you go. And then I'll start getting that, because that'll be useful. But okay, so that was a bit disappointing, but oh well. We'll leave it here for today, I guess. We didn't really do much in this episode, but that's whatever. We'll get back to questing, or maybe do some exploration of our campsite in the next episode.